Are we finally seeing some recovery in the Toronto real estate market? November 2024 statistics are in, and they brought some big shifts here with us. If you're thinking about buying or selling in the Greater Toronto Area, this is the update you need to see. Today, I'm going to break things down for you with the latest numbers and trends and what they actually mean. Numbers and trends are just there, but we need to break them down and look at them a little bit more thoroughly. Today, we're going to find out what those opportunities are for you if you're a buyer in the market. And if you're a seller, stay tuned because you want to know if it's a good time to put your home on the market or not. And as always, feel free, text me at the number here on screen if you want to talk real estate in the GTA, or click the first link in the description box down below, book a discovery call with me, and we'll figure out where your real estate journey is headed in 2025. So let's start with some good news. The sales were up compared to this time last year. According to the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, GTA home sales were up a massive 40.1% year over year in November. We went from 4,194 sales all the way to 5,875 sales last month. What is actually driving this surge? Personally, I think the buyers are starting to come back in the market. I've got some clients that were out there shopping, and we're noticing a lot of inventory is leaving the market a lot quicker than it has been the past couple months here. A lot of the buyers were sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what the interest rate situation would be like, if some good properties might hit the market for them. And now I think they're taking advantage of things as their payments have just become slightly more affordable, potentially, if they were looking for a variable rate mortgage. But I think they're also just using the foresight of looking ahead and trying to get ahead of future rate decreases down the road. Now, if you're a buyer, what does this actually mean for you? It means that you might be competing a little bit more. And I don't mean competing in the sense of there's going to be a bidding war on every property you're looking at. I just mean that you might have a little less time to ponder and hem and haw about properties as you're out there. So if you see something you like, act a little bit more promptly. You don't have to go and put an offer on it minutes after you look at it, because the seller is going to be excited at how much you like that unit, and they're not going to negotiate with you. Let's just be honest. So just understand that the market right now is showing us things are moving a little bit faster. The big opportunity is still out there in the condo market. It is down year over year, and you want to take advantage of the prices being slightly down as the other categories are starting to rise. However, the condo market, although it is down, we have a lot of inventory there that's not great. But all of the good inventory is moving pretty quickly. We currently have a buyer looking for a 1+ den unit, and there's not a lot of inventory in the area he's looking for. If you're looking for just any condo in Toronto, there's tons in the downtown core, investor-centric units, poor layouts, not a lot of square footage. You might be able to get a great deal and a great price on those. But if you're looking for something in Etobicoke, for example, you are going to have a little bit more of a difficult time if you're looking for anything beyond a 1-bedroom, because those are still flying off the market at a pretty good pace. If you're a seller right now, what does it mean for you? Well, the good thing is, if you're a seller and you have a detached home, detached homes are up year over year. Fantastic. We like to see it. They're up almost $40,000 on the average price point across the GTA. We all know average price across the GTA does mean that there is some variance there, because Brampton, Mississauga, Toronto, Milton are all encompassing in that GTA category. However, they're moving pretty good. Detached homes, the inventory of them is not as high as the other categories. So if you have a detached home, it might not be the worst time to put it on the market. Would I suggest you put it on here in December? We'd have an argument about it, whether it makes sense or not, depending on what your house looked like, depending on what's available in your area. But come January, it might be a really good time, if you're thinking of making the move, if the inventory is still low, to actually get your place on the market if you have a detached home. Now, if you have a condo, on the other hand, you got to prepare to stand out, because the current market is a lot of condos. You want your condo to stand out, not only visually, marketing wise, you're also going to have it stand out on the pricing side of things. Make sure that the price you have your condo listed at is competitive, does make sense with the current market situation, because if it doesn't, you're going to have a difficult time selling that unit. The longer your condo's on the market, the more you're going to have to negotiate your pricing with potential buyers down the road. So if you price it right from the beginning, you won't have the issues that we're talking about here. So the good news is the market seems to be rebounding. How long is it going to rebound for? We are not sure. But if you're planning to buy or sell, this might be a good time for you to really start thinking about it and taking advantage. Now, although the prices are stabilizing, it's going to vary from segment to segment. So detached, semi, town, and condo are going to have their own story to tell. So the average price in the GTA was $1,106,000, and this is up 2.6% year over year. But this is where it's going to get a little bit interesting. The price trends will vary significantly depending on the type of home and the area. So let's talk detached homes first. Detached homes are actually driving all of this growth. The City of Toronto saw an increase that was actually above the inflation numbers, which is really good. So the detached segment is dominating right now. You're going to pay a premium if you want a detached space. You're going to pay for your backyard. You're going to pay for that bigger house. You're paying for bigger lot. And these types of homes are moving right now. Condos, on the other side of things, they're lagging. They're down 2.5%. They're actually the only category that is down year over year. So first-time home buyers, great news for you. Condos are still down. It means your opportunity to get into that condo segment is still very good. What do you need to know if you're a buyer? If you're looking for a detached home, guess what? Competing with other people who love that detached home just as much as you do is probably going to happen. You're gonna have to act a little bit more quickly. And what I mean by that here is have your pre-approval ready. Make sure your offer is gonna be strong. If you think you wanna write a little love letter to the potential seller, do that. Pull any of those heartstrings you need to and be prepared. So make sure you understand what your offer entails, what you need to do, and get your offer on that property if you like it in a reasonable amount of time. And then condos. Hey, if you're a buyer, you're looking for a condo, understand you're looking for something that you can negotiate on depending on the type of condo, of course. Like I mentioned, if it's a 1+10 or a 2-bedroom condo, those are moving really well already. Don't expect to have $100,000 knocked off the price of those. If you're buying a unit that's an investor-centric unit, another investor might really just want to wipe their hands clean of it, which means you might be able to get a really smoking deal on something like that. Now, what do you need to know if you're a seller? Well, if you're a seller, you get a detached home, hey, guess what? Show off those unique features that the home has. Make sure you are squeezing every last penny you can out of your listing. Justify the listing price to the buyers that are coming through. Make them fall in love with your home. Set the scene, set the mood, have the music playing when they come through for the showings. If we're in the Christmas season, set the home up and allow them to experience it for the season so they can really get their heartstrings pulled at. On the buying side of things, hey, if you're selling a condo, you gotta do what you can to make sure you are pricing it effectively to get the buyers through the door and stand out from the rest. So although prices are stabilizing overall, the condo category and the detached category have their biggest strengths and weaknesses that we need to understand here in the current market with these conditions. So new listings are actually up year over year, but that still means that we have a tight supply because year over year doesn't always reflect the grand scheme of things. So the next thing I want to discuss here is the new listings. They're actually up, but the supply itself is actually still tight. What does that mean? Well, new listings were up 6.6% year over year. Here's the catch though. The increase in sales outpaced the growth in these new listings, which ultimately means we're relatively light on supply here. It's especially true in the single family homes like we've been hammering home here, where inventory levels are still shrinking faster than they are being replenished. As a result of this, some of these market conditions are tightening and they're high demand neighborhoods. These homes are just flying off the shelf. They're not lasting very long. So if you have a high demand area where your home is going to hit the market, understand it might be a hot commodity and it might move fairly quickly. If you're looking for a single family home, you got to be prepared to understand, hey, I'm looking in a competitive area. I want to be in the top tier school district. That's just going to give you a little bit more that you need to understand in terms of your process and what you're competing with. On the selling side of things, with demand outpacing the supply, it's a good time to list your property. Let's not beat around the bush here. Even though it's December, generally, I'm not recommending it. I'd still push to January if I could, and utilize some of the other sales around you to figure out if it's a good time or not. Obviously, you can have somebody like myself. You can text me at the number here on screen, and I can come out, let you know if I think it makes sense for you right now. But utilize what's happening in your neighborhood. If your neighbors just sold last week, for a fantastic price, maybe piggyback off of them if you're ready to put your house on the market. Maybe the media is already done, you're ready to go, but you were just waiting till January. Piggyback off of the success. Don't wait for somebody to sell in between you guys to dampen your potential of getting a fantastic price if somebody else doesn't get that same price. So opportunities in the market, we've discussed these a little bit, but first-time home buyers in 2024, target these condos. Target the condos that are sitting on the market, that are overpriced. That's where the opportunity is going to lie for you. It's going to be in your patience and in finding one of these condos. Now, if you're a move-up buyer, let's say you have a townhouse and you want to make that transition to a semi or a detached home, utilize the leverage of all the people who are already interested in your townhouse. Price it correctly. A lot of people are going from that condo to that townhouse market. So you are going to be able to benefit from all these potential buyers that are coming through on that segment into your townhouse segment. In turn, that's going to allow you to get top value so you can get into that more competitive detached market. So whether you're a first-time buyer, move-up buyer, just understand what this current market offers you. It's constantly changing, obviously. So month over month, we're going to give you the update on what we think makes the most sense for you. If you're buying or selling in the GTA, it's definitely showing signs of recovery. That's what I'll just say here. It does depend on your unique situation. So if you own a condo, the recovery is slow. If you own a detached home, recovery is pretty good over the inflation mark here. If you want to talk more about what's happening in your specific area, your specific market, I've got 10 spots available. I'm sending you personalized home values via a video. You get a face of me breaking down your home's value. If you're interested in one of those, text me at the number here on screen. If you want to book a one-on-one discovery call, you can always click the first link in the description box down below. I'd be happy to book a call with you and chat about whatever it is in the real estate market that you're looking for more information about. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.